Okay, let's go and have a look over everything to do with the Witch's Call event, have a look around and see what's available. Let's jump into the video. Okay, so a new event has dropped. It's the Witch's Call, and we're going to have a quick run through it. We'll have a look through the story mode, see what's about, that sort of stuff. We'll have a look at the shop, see what you need from there, or what you want to get, or what you want to focus on, that sort of thing. This is all part of the Dahlia event. 250 summons to get her, or guaranteed to get her. You could get her well before that. Just bear in mind, if you are summoning, have a look on your mercy, and do you want to pull on that banner for your mercy? That's the only sort of question you really got to ask yourself. And if you build up to the point where you've got your mercy, then flip over. You might want to take the opportunity to flip over and pull on a different banner for your pity pool. So just give that some consideration really before you go all out on her. I mean, I'll be pulling later. I know how much my mercy is, and I'll pull up until there, and I'll wait until Friday if I get that far. If not, who knows? Could get her early. But she looks good fun. So, and she's new and she's shiny. So we're going to go and get her, and that'll be that really. So that's what we're looking forward to. This is the first of the story modes. You're given the champions to use. You just put them in. You're given Dahlia as an assist. You put her in, and that's about it really. And you just motor your way straight through the story mode there. So that's the first one done and dusted, and then the second story mode is much the same. We're given the champions to use. We jump in. We put them down. And we get our way through it, and we get our 3 stars because we want to make sure we get our 3 stars because we like 3-star rewards. What's not to like about that? It's all extra free stuff. And then it just gives us a chance to use her realistically. And we get a chance to see that range in all its glory, to be honest, because it's a hell of a range. It really is. It's a beast of a range. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 6 tiles long? That is ridiculous. Ridiculous range. But there you go. So that's her, and we get a chance to use her as an assist champion going through these first couple of story mode quests. Now, once we've got them out of the way, the next 3 story modes, so that's number 3, 4, and 5, before you get to sort of the challenge boss, they use your own team. It's just put your own team in there, but the team power required is about 37,700, I think, something like that. It is very low, so everyone should be able to get through these first 5 stages or challenge modes, parts of it, realistically easy. And then once that's done, it's on to the boss. So I was wrong there, it's only 2 challenge modes before you get to the boss. And the first attempt at the boss, here again, is at 37,700. So you should be able to do the boss first time round. It's a good entrance of a boss, isn't it? That, look at that, that's pretty good going. Now the boss does have an interesting buff, and it's nice to see on here. So there's a couple of things about the boss on this level. He attacks the last person put down, so you might want to have a check to make sure the last person you put down is someone like a tank or a healer or something like that, someone with a bit of self-sustain, not a glass cannon. And the other thing he does is he buffs himself, and the buff says he can't take any damage. The way to damage the boss is to damage the adds that come at him, and when those adds die, they actually inflict damage onto the boss. And that's essentially the boss fight. It's not too hard, and again, being only 37,700, everyone should get through it quite easily. Now, I do think this is a good option of the game. It makes these first couple of levels very easy, and I'm sure if you qualify for the event, you can get this done. So I think that's a good thing for the game. I think it pushes everyone to the end, and then when you're at the end, you can do your own rewards and your own collecting, and you can push to see how far you can get. So I think it's well done. For me, my opinion is it's well done. I'm sure there are other people who think it's horrific and far too easy, and why should we bother, and all that sort of stuff. But I like the concept that you can go through it really easily, and then the boss level at the end is somewhat more harder for you. So once all the ads are done, then the boss will die, and that's an end to it. We go on to this end sequence, for want of a better description. I don't think it's brilliant, to be honest. I mean, I think they've done some good things with cinematics, and yet this end sequence here looks a bit, I don't know, a bit 8-bit more than anything else. It just doesn't look fantastic. It looks all a bit straight liney for my liking. I don't know. Maybe this could have been the cinematic. Maybe that's just my opinion. But there we go. That's about it really. So out she comes from the boss, and then we get the victory from the boss, and then that's it done there really. So that's the story mode part of it done. Everything's 3-starred, we're all good, and we can move swiftly on to actually doing the boss. So this is a boss fight, and as we can see, the more damage you do to him, the more rewards you get, and you do this on a daily basis. So get it, make sure you do it on day 1. Then if need be and you want to later on, improve your team, but smash it out day 1. And it's one of those events where the further you get on with it, you can collect extra buffs as you go along, you can add them to your team, and you can do more damage to it. So that's essentially the boss fight. So this is the random team I've ended up with. We'll just wing it and hope and see what we do from here, and then we'll actually try and improve and make a team later on. We'll run a separate video on that to actually try and make a team up to see what you can do and how you can beat it, but we'll just chuck in now and see how well we do, and have a look at the card system that appears up, and we'll just see what we can get off ad hoc. So there we go, just over 6 million done. That's a long way short of what I need, but it would do as a first attempt. Probably single target damage dealers are not the way to go, so we'll be ditching those, and a lot more AoE and probably frost, freeze, snow, slow, that sort of thing I would imagine would be a distinct advantage. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the other bits and bobs around here then. So in the shop we've got bitter souls and broken souls. The bitter souls are the harder currency to get, and they're the ones that are going to do that first top row of rewards that are possible to get. Now, if we have a look at them, what you want to be going for are the diamonds and the ancient summoning shards. You do want to get those. I, however, really like the avatar border, and I like the bubble as well, so I'm going to go for those. But do what you think's best, and if you're trying to look after your account the best way you can, I would say it's probably the diamonds and the summoning stuff that's better off to get. But if the other stuff's going to put a bigger smile on your face, go for that, because that's what I'm doing. Now let's have a look at the cheapest stuff to get. As we scroll down, we can have a look. There's the avatar there. There's Esme there, who's the epic champion. She's really good. If you haven't got her, you might want to get her. There's the rare summoning crystals as well, so you might want to consider getting those, particularly if you're doing a lot of summons, which you may well be. However, there is also the Orb of Ruin, which is her exclusive artifact. So if you're going for her, make sure you pick that up. And lastly at the bottom, we've got the 5-star psychic power, which is, for me now, I feel it's almost obsolete. I'm leveling up so much food for like Corridor of Glory events and things like that. I've got an abundance of these things going around. Is it just me, or is there other people with that issue as well? Arena permit, if you need them, they're there, you can grab them. Auto fights, if you need them, and grab them. And what I do like is the gold at the end, because whatever you've got left over you can just pile into the gold and get rid of. So I do really like those. They're quite nice. Now that's the shop covered. Now the other way you can get your souls to spend at the shop is not only from fighting the boss, although that seems to be the best way to get them, is the Witch's Trials as well. So within the Witch's Trials there's various things to do. A lot of it is based around summoning, so if you're summoning this weekend you'll pick up a load of souls from there as well. But also just completing the story mode gets you them, and then attacking the boss X amount of times, like 3 times. You haven't got to wait 3 days, you can attack him 3 times in 1 day and tick that off. Also, the buff the boss gives you, or the option to give you, are called relics, and then there are certain types of relics. So within a fight it does say like pick 3 durability relics in one fight, so you can just go through. It's a bit of RNG, but you can eventually tick those off and get what is essentially free souls or currency to spend in the shop. So that's quite a nice easy way to pick up a few more souls for you to get a few more free resources as well. So all in all, I do think this is a good event, and the anniversary is kicked off in an amazing way. I'm going to go and do my summons in a minute. I'll probably post that up tomorrow, but until then, I hope you have a good time and happy gaming. And if you can leave me the old thumbs up, like and subscribe, that would help me out massively. Cheers, goodbye.